Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises and revelations in this film by director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about this film that a lot of people are really excited about is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to use this as a way of really tying this movie into the prequels and the originals, as well as offering different views of past movies that will change how we view the entire Skywalker saga, as well as some of the most important films like The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi in the original trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very intriguing. Now, it's described that one of the sequences that were filmed during the month of November 2018 over at Pinewood included a scene that was used in a new Force vision that both Rey and Kylo Ren go through. It's described that it's an alternate scene of what was filmed between the young version of Luke Skywalker and Emperor Palpatine in the throne room from Return of the Jedi. It said that only rear shots were used for the character of Luke, since he was portrayed by a younger actor in his 30s. It's described to be a quick scene that offers different angles and dialogue of the showdown between both Luke and Emperor Palpatine from Episode 6. It said that Ian Mcdiarmid portrayed Palpatine again in the scene, so that the new footage would line up with the footage shot by Rey and Kylo Ren witnessing Luke's torture and Vader's sacrifice. However, it's described that Ian Mcdiarmid shot other scenes as Palpatine that were not considered visions or dream sequences, leaving the possibility of him coming back to life. It's described that this scene is a retelling of Luke when he was being electrocuted by Palpatine in his throne room that is witnessed by both Kylo Ren and Rey. It's described that this scene in particular will offer a certain truth and revelation of Emperor Palpatine that ties into why the laughter was used in the teaser trailer. Interesting now, guys. I gotta say that the fact that they are using this Luke and Palpatine scene and retelling it in The Rise of Skywalker from Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, where they had a younger actor in his 30s portraying a different version of Luke, only using rear shots and doing different moves and providing new dialogue, and especially Ian Mcdiarmid coming back to portray the character of Palpatine, recreating the scene between both Palpatine and Luke from Return of the Jedi in the throne room sequence, how this particular retelling of that scene is going to tie into a revelation and or a new truth about Emperor Palpatine is leading me to believe that this has something to do with Palpatine's demise and or his fate, and how that's going to be used in present time in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, like I say, we do know that they are going to be offering a lot of glimpses into the past in this movie that will look different and will change our view of the original trilogy. Now, it's not like they're just going to show us the same exact scene. They're doing different angles. Luke and Palpatine are going to be doing different things. The same exact thing goes for the Empire Strikes Back corridor scene in, of course, Cloud City. They're retelling a little piece of that between both Vader and Luke, and how that ties into how the Skywalker lightsaber gets discovered by Maz Kanata. So with that being said, this whole entire sequence that was shot way back in the end of 2018, you can really tell that they really are trying to really kind of just make everything feel interconnected by including a lot of these Force visions and these dream sequences that retell certain elements of the originals and the prequels. Now, this one in particular, it's not just going to be a normal flashback. Like I say, it's a retelling. It's a different way of showing us that scene between both Luke and Palpatine, and how it actually ties into a brand new truth / revelation of Palpatine himself, and as to why they used the laughter of Palpatine in the teaser trailer. So if I really had to take a wild guess here as to what that really means and why they are retelling the scene and how it ties into a new revelation related to Emperor Palpatine, it could very well be. It could absolutely be that Palpatine did not die. And that's exactly what they are going to unveil in that little flashback sequence in Episode 9. As for Luke Skywalker, the fact that they recast the character for a younger actor portraying the younger version of Luke, it kind of makes sense because you can't really get an older version of Mark Hamill to portray a younger version of Luke Skywalker, so this does make a lot of sense. However, one thing I will say that when we think about Star Wars Episode 9, we do know that this movie is really going to have a lot of callbacks to the prequels and the originals. That's going to change how we view the entire Skywalker saga, which may or may not be a good thing. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the other thing that I do want to go over is how Kylo Ren and Rey are witnessing this entire event before their very own eyes. Now, I think that this is yet another hint that we are either A, in the worlds between worlds, B, it could be the beyond, or C, it could have something to do with J.J. Abrams inserting something completely new that we have never seen before on the big screen. This could also tie directly into the flash fights, as we have been hearing. In case you guys did not know, one of the lightsaber duels between both Rey and Kylo, each and every time they clash their lightsabers, they go to a different location that is very popular and or familiar among many Star Wars fans in the Skywalker saga. So that's actually going to be called a flash fight in Star Wars Episode 9. So let me know what you guys have to say about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.